Hey guys, this is Brendan Mejia from Power Rangers Dino Charge.
This is Jack Guzman. I play Danny Delgado as the Black Ranger on Wild Fort.
Hey, it's Mike Chen. This is the Gold Power Ranger from Power Rangers RPM.
And this is Steve Cardenas, a.k.a. Rocky the Red Power Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
My name is Peter Sudarso. I play Preston the Blue Ninja Steel Ranger and Marvin the Red Hyperforce Ranger.
Hey guys, this is Tracy Lynn Cruz.
Do you like dancing and do you like Power Rangers? Well, make sure to come to Morphicon 2018 to the Angel Grove High School Prom. I'll see you there.
I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at the Angel Grove High School Prom Party hosted by That Hashtag Show. Looking forward to seeing you guys there. Come out and have some fun. Peace.
Come join me at the Angel Grove Prom at PMC 2018. I've never been to a prom because in New Zealand we don't have prom. So join me. It's going to be my first. Crown me, prom king. No, okay, don't do that.
And I need you guys to make sure you join me at the Angel Grove Senior Prom at Power Morphicon this year.
And I want to see you at the Hashtag Show's Angel Grove Prom at Power Morphicon.
I want to welcome you to the Power Morphicon Angel Grove High School Prom. I'm looking forward to seeing you all. It's going to be fabulous. Dress up, and we'll see you then.
I can already tell from this. Maybe it's just the video though, who knows? We're live! We're here.
Are we glitchy?
No, I don't know.
Oh, no, yeah.
We're talking Power Rangers. We're a little, like, not bad. It's not terrible. Guys, how you doing? Yeah? Don't all answer me at once.
Yeah, pretty good. Fantastical. It's been amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What have you been up to? I ask that every single week, and you don't surprise me with answers.
No. I really don't do much.
What about you? You do a lot, so you should...
That's the most I can tell the public now.
I do. I went to a 90s party on Friday.
Look how bright that is.
I know, right?
And then art show yesterday.
Ooh, nice.
Cool.
What was the art show?
Street art.
Street art?
Yeah.
So art on the streets?
But more curated and made for a gallery.
As you would say, it's not real art. Just like how it's not a real doctor if they're not.
It was called Beyond the Street. So it was like street artists that decided to do it for a gallery. I'm never going to live that down. I'm so sad.
Nope. Not at all.
This week we're going to be talking about 3 new episodes of Power Rangers, which are...
Goldar's Vice Versa?
That's right.
I forgot.
Mirror.
Oh, Mirror. Like the one where he holds up the mirror.
No regrets.
Christ.
No regrets.
There you go. No regrets.
Mirror of regrets. When is a ranger not a ranger?
Did you watch any of them?
I did. I just don't remember the titles.
Okay, good. Because I'm going to have you explain one of them at least.
Okay, could you do the mirror one? Or, well, I don't, because you got to tell me exactly the title, and then I'll know.
What?
Tell me the title, and then I'll know which one I'm talking about.
Oh, thank you for the birthday wish, Blackwing. I appreciate it. It was my birthday, like last week?
Yeah.
You should remember.
It was last week. I was busy. I went to see The Incredibles.
Life is hard when you're popular.
You were supposed to go to The Incredibles.
I was. I went to the art show.
Well, it was amazing.
Life is hard when you're popular, huh?
Incredibles was amazing, but this is not The Incredibles show. This is the Retro Ranger wrap-up. I am Joe. This is Daniel, and this is Elle. We are going to be bringing you our Power Ranger commentary for the next hour-ish here at That Hashtag Show. As they said, we're going to be talking about 3 episodes. We're also going to give you the latest about Power Morphicon. And I'm going to chime in on a maybe unpopular opinion, but one I think everybody should start getting behind. And I'll start with that. But before we get into all that...
Is it the mega hot take?
No. It's just something that I was just thinking about, and I think it makes more sense. But
call it a mega hot take.
Here's the thing. I think... we have a few things to talk about. First, number 1, we have the Super Chat feature. Daniel, what is the Super Chat feature?
Super Chat is a great feature where you can help support the show to make sure you help keep the lights on. We do this out of the kindness of our hearts, which means we spend our own money to make sure that we can give you guys the best quality entertainment you can get. So, help us out every once in a while, support it, and help us to grow. That's what you do with Super Chat, and also, it highlights your comment. So... with that, we can actually read it, because it goes too fast for us to even almost pay attention right now.
Elle, what is our TeePublic store?
It's a place where you can buy cool shirts.
That's right. There's the shirts. You have the Doctor Strange, Stranger Things mashup.
Yep.
One thing that we're big about here at that hashtag show is mashups, and you'll see what I'm talking about come
Oh,
Morphicon.
I'm so excited.
It's the
Yeah, I
damn
saw you
cold,
saw
I've
that.
seen it. Ugh.
We also have the Deadpool shirt. Deadpool's really in right now. We also have our own logo shirt, which actually is exclusive to TeePublic.
Can't get it anywhere else.
Also, there is that Star Wars Darth Vader shirt, which is Darth Vader's a major character. And your shirt, the Battlestar Galactica.
Also an exclusive to our TeePublic store.
And cosplay never stops, but it does actually stop sometimes. So,
well, I mean, you can't go to work unless your job is,
It's just on pause. It doesn't stop.
Well, pause counts as a stop.
Oh.
Or, okay, maybe it doesn't.
We also have THS Hashtaggers. That is our group on Facebook. That keeps you up to date with everything going on Facebook. With our look at that. We already got a super chat. Cookie Face for Prom King. He's campaigning. He's campaigning.
Right.
Can we get a little Miggy Spicy for Prom Queen?
Yeah,
then?
we need that apparently. I mean,
Migdalia for Prom Queen, Jezza for Prom King.
I like it. I like the sound of it. I'm not saying he's gonna win, but I like.
Oh,
the sound
Toku
of it.
just got a phone case from us.
Oh, hey!
She must have got one of these designs as a.
Which one did you
Oh,
get?
which one did you get? Is it the hashtag logo one, or is it the Battlestar Galactica?
Everyone's gonna want the Illuminati one.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
But
it's not
until
public.
You guys can get the bet.
There is your shirt was going to go live, but I needed
yeah.
some more information on things first before that was.
Fine. Otherwise, you could just get a black T-shirt. That's my
The
favorite.
tea bags. If you
I
guys
don't
want to join the
watch
tea
it.
bags, Elle's going to have her shirt up. I think later today.
Yeah.
But
I'll be right after this.
Yeah, the THS Hashtaggers group. We were going on about that. What that is helps, or it doesn't help anything. It just helps you guys actually. It helps you guys get in touch with each other. That sounded weird. It helps you guys connect through the internet and not a predatorial type of way.
It helps. It helps like-minded geeks get together with
go.
like-minded geeks to have like-minded geek conversation. You guys can talk about anything. You like gaming, you like television, you like movies, you like comics. You can talk about all of it there, even more. So get into that geek realm with someone that you can actually connect with. Also, if you guys have not figured out your hotel situations for Morphicon, please use THS Hashtaggers as a tool to do so. Trust me, you don't want to show up to the con and not know where you're going to sleep.
If you're showing up to the con and you don't know where you're going to sleep, there's bigger issues there. You got bigger fish to fry.
Maybe you don't know how to prioritize. Who knows? I don't know.
So before we get into these 3 episodes, I did have an opinion on something, and I know this is going to be an unpopular one, but hear me out. We know that Boom Studios is probably doing the best work with Power Rangers right now, with their comic book series. However, I'm going to be looking forward to when that runs over.
Okay, the lightning is going to come.
And I'll tell you why, though. It makes more sense. I want the Power Rangers franchise comic books to go to IDW.
Why?
Because IDW has more characters that they can cross over with and play in that world. And I think that would be more interesting to me than you not crossing over with anything.
That's true.
Besides
Turtles and
other... Well, you got Ninja Turtles, you got Mask, G.I. Joe, Transformers.
Yes.
You have a bigger sandbox to play in.
Transformers would be.
And I think that with
Right.
But even beyond that, the one thing that IDW does really well that Boom does not is that there were at some points or I think even now, like 3 different Transformer comics and 3 different G.I. Joe comics, whereas Boom only has 2 Power Ranger comics. I think that if IDW and Power Rangers got together, the Power Ranger franchise is better off for it because you would get different seasons, different miniseries, and different things like that.
That's actually pretty smart.
Me personally, yeah, I mean I think Boom did a great job with Power Rangers, but realistically, Kyle Higgins did a great job with Power Rangers. That's not to say that I don't want Kyle Higgins there. And people think Kyle Higgins is exclusive to Boom. He is not. He's actually doing his own book on an Image right now as well. So he can just move on Kyle Higgins and the creative team, go to IDW, and then Kyle Higgins has a bigger box of characters to play with.
Wow. Wow. Oh, that'd be so.
We got another super chat. Cons versus Rangers. Let's go. Cons versus Rangers.
Like conventions?
Does it mean regular cons versus Morphicon?
Decepticons.
Cons versus,
that
makes more
Cons
sense.
versus Rangers. I get it.
I think that.
Yes.
See, imagine that Decepticons versus Rangers. Maybe that'll even give
the
you.
Autobots.
Not only that, but that'll also give you a backstory to why the Zords are somewhat sentient. So sentient.
Yeah.
So you would have all that happen, and I think that with that being the case, IDW is a better fit for Power Rangers. Hashtag Power Rangers IDW. Sounds like I just got paid from IDW, but I did not.
Kind of. I was like,
That is actually really cool. And like Mutant Turtles, where it's like, I want them to be enemies in the beginning, to be like,
Yeah,
oh
exactly.
no,
I mean,
another one
They've
of
already
them.
crossed over with Turtles in the show.
Oh, okay.
But
I don't even remember that.
But now, crossing over comic book wise, you can tell deeper stories.
Yeah.
And this can be, it says, I mean, look, it's endless what they can do. And I think a lot of people, for the very first time, now you can have a Ranger team. Imagine having a Ranger team that's just G.I. Joe sponsored. Like this is a G.I. Joe, we made our own Ranger team. You could tie that into Lightspeed Rescue. Captain Mitchell could have been a G.I. Joe in the past. If you wanted to form Lightspeed Rescue. There's so much you can do. Mask. You can have your own, because they have helmets already on Mask.
True.
You can do all of these. You can have a little Micronauts Power Ranger team, which is a whole team of little Ant-Man.
It's just a little dimension. It's another dimension. And boom.
Did you put a lot of thought into this, or are you just pulling this up and like, you
no,
should have
like,
your own creative team and go get hired for IDW and be like, yo, I have some ideas.
Dude, I mean, promise.
I know. I thought about this as I was driving over here.
That's still not a lot of time put into this. Like
how do you
think if you have like even a day to think about these ideas, I feel like.
I know. Somebody else told me I should run the Power Ranger universe, and I don't disagree. I just don't have the time to do it.
No, you should be an idea company. You just
Well, we're already doing our own Power Ranger universe.
Oh man.
And that's fine. I'm okay with that. And I actually do like think about and ponder. I'm late at night thinking like
sell it to IDW.
No, because there was even another season I figured out how to adapt it, and it took me forever. I looked up so many different synonyms for different words and trying to use like wordplay, and I just tried to sort this out, and I was like, I finally cracked the code. The hardest part is cracking the code, though. Yeah. It's cracking the code of the team name, and once you have the team name, everything else falls into place.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I'll tell you guys one. Well, I'll tell you off air because we're actually gonna do this one. But I'll tell you, there's one that I was able to crack the code with, and it was such a throwaway thing in Super Mega Force, but I got it to make sense. And then once I was telling JD because we talked for like 3 hours on the phone one night talking about this, and then I was like, well, how do we crack this? And I said, well, it has to be this, this, and this. And he's like, it's gonna be so hard because this is such a dumb thing. And then he was like, and then I was like, well, what if it was like this, this, and this? He's like, well, there you go. I guess you got it. And then he came up with the last word, and I was like, that's perfect. So like, Lightspeed. All right, Toku Kid gives us another super chat. Lightspeed Rescue, a bunch of G.I. Joes, ancient sores were based on Cybertron's turtles come back for the fun of it. Yeah, so I think that I agree. Joe should write for Power Rangers. Everyone did. I do think that there's so much. No, that's what I said. I didn't say that. I do have a lot of ideas about where the franchise could go. I think that the reason that Boom did a great job of expanding the actual universe. But I think IDW takes it to a whole nother level. And that's great. So I appreciate Boom for what they did, and I think Boom's a great place, but I think Power Rangers can flourish more at IDW.
That is Joe's Mighty Morphin hot take.
I actually thought everyone was going to disagree with me. Now that everyone likes that.
You made a really good point, though. Like, I'm sold.
Yeah. Once again, you can write into Joe's Mighty Morphin
If you think about, like, kind of what they're doing cinematically with a bunch of other movies, it only makes sense. Like,
it does, actually.
Because now, let's be honest, guys. When you get, like, we're in a comic book store at the Comic Book in Manhattan Beach, and there's tons of comics on the wall, but realistically, I mean, hate to pull the curtain back, comics don't make a ton of money. It's more so the IPs, like the Superman well, not Superman so much, but the Avengers property, Thor, Iron Man. That's what studios are looking to invest in for the long term to make budgetary, monetary gain. And I think with Power Rangers, the unfortunate part about the movie not making a lot of money, regardless of what the comics sold, was because I honestly think it would have made more money had the comics come out for like really tied it in together. Because if you're looking at IPs and be like, okay, Power Rangers might be an undervalued franchise, but if you team it up with another franchise that is proven to make money but is kind of dead in the last couple of years, Transformers, people are just going to go for the spectacle of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
But come out enjoying
here's a great point, and I think you probably will get this more so than anybody. For a lot of people that don't watch the DC shows, when you hear that there's going to be a crossover with all the shows, you're more likely to tune in because you just want to see the spectacle of it.
That's very true. Very true.
So I think with comics, I mean with the Power Rangers, it's very much the same thing. just for the spectacle of it. And I think they can do a really good story.
Yeah, that's why it's so much anticipation for the 25th. You know, or just celebrating how many years they've been out. There's a big thing for it because it is the spectacle. People want to see who's coming back. Oh, because that's the spectacle. But yeah, you're right. That's exactly it.
I mean, look, my only wish, though, would be, because at a point, IDW used to have Doctor Who also. So if they had Doctor Who and then you team it up with Power Rangers Time Force, that would have been my crossover. But see, you have Star Trek now, so you can just cross over Star Trek with... Or even Battlestar Galactica.
Sorry.
Star Trek and Battlestar Galactica with Power Rangers in Space or Lost Galaxy.
Oh,
there's tons of things you can do. Astronomer meeting Captain Kirk.
Oh my god, Lost Galaxy with Cylons and... Oh!
Yeah,
oh my god, I'm sorry. I just lost it. I just lost it.
I feel like this has to happen now. Like, you have to pitch it hard enough where this actually does happen. So,
hey, so let's...
yeah, everyone promote this.
Oh my gosh, please, people, what do you guys do? Run to your telephones, to your telegraphs, and...
The telegraph?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that where you went?
Are we in Gotham?
Messenger pigeon?
Gotham, a.k.a. Josh's hometown. So, doing the whole thing like that, you know, because it's the olden days.
We have an exclusive, by the way, Blackwing. We have an exclusive running tomorrow about the anniversary episode.
I owe him much. I can't.
Check that out. It'll be coming tomorrow on thathashtagshow.com. It's going to be an exclusive about people that are actually returning and not speculated. There's a piece in there about speculation, but there is the actual Rangers that are returning. So you'll be able to check that out on #show tomorrow. It's going to be on our website, so keep checking back every hour on the hour. Not on the hour, because we don't really publish articles on the hour, but we do publish articles every hour between the hours of 6 a.m. and 10 p.m.
There you go.
But let's talk about some Power Rangers currently. Not currently, I guess. 24 years ago. Current. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Let's talk about these 3 episodes. First and foremost, this is our first foray into the... I guess, what would you call this? The post-Jason, Zach, and Trini era?
Yeah.
The new trio.
The new trio? We'll call it the Stone Canyon Trio.
Ooh, I like it.
The Stone Canyon Trio, we get...
sounds like a dish at, like TGIF.
The Stone Canyon Trio? What would be in the Stone Canyon Trio?
Well, it would be Southwestern kind of like food. So it would be like the Southwestern spring roll kind of
You know what's interesting that you say Southwestern?
Yeah.
Why did you say that? I'm really curious.
Well, because what is this place called again?
Stone Canyon?
Stone Canyon.
But you know, also, it's funny you say that because Southwestern food is big in Texas. All 3 of them, I believe, were from Texas.
Oh, really? There you go. There you go.
I'm not so sure about Karen Ashley, but I do know Cardenas and Johnny Young Bosch did their auditions. They're from Texas.
It's so weird because when I look at Cardenas then and I look at him now, he was so small. Like him and oh my god, like they're so skinny. Like almost you can see like that little
like collarbone
and everything like that. And it's all just they look so small. And now you see him and you're like, that's no way you're the same people. It's amazing. It's amazing. They were so great, man. I just loved everything about them. Sorry.
So during the post, the Stone Canyon Trio era, this is their first group of episodes. One thing that glaringly stands out to me at first is Adam gets a lot of development.
In these 3 episodes,
yes,
they all focused on him. And I was like...
Elle, chat me up about Adam's development in these 3 episodes.
I don't know. He's kind of like the shy, doesn't have a date, doesn't have self-confidence, is kind of working through some issues. But I think it makes him really endearing. Like,
Josh,
I like
can you give
him
me a
lot.
water? Thank you.
But yeah, like I like him a lot. Like out of all of these characters, like my heart goes out to him. Like when he doesn't have a date, I was like, "Oh, poor baby, I'll ask you out."
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know, because he's super like adorable in the show. It's like, oh, little high school, you're so lonely. And he's just like, he sits there and he's just like, I don't have a date. I just won't go.
So let me ask you, right now, do you like him better than Zach? Because he's the complete opposite of Zach.
I actually kind of do.
Zach's an outgoing guy, and Zach's like this. Zach's out
and
there. He's the complete opposite.
Yeah.
I am a Zach man, and yes. I like Adam
Zach
more.
man.
I do.
Zach man.
I relate to him more because it's like, oh, you feel bad for him. And I think that's what the majority of kids kind of feel like. You always feel like an outsider at some point, and to like be like, oh no, you can still be a Power Ranger and be cool means a lot.
I actually love the direction here. I know that like Blackwing's not a fan of this era, but I am mainly for the character development because you have the 3 with Tommy, Billy, and Kimberly. Tommy is kind of like at this point, I don't know why he ever got considered being a loner, besides that Green Ranger stuff when he'd go off on his own because they couldn't write him to the show. But he's definitely a team guy at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
And Kimberly actually, I feel, has the least character development from episode 1 to now.
Oh man, I have some things to say about her later on.
Oh boy, I know exactly. Oh, yeah.
And then, but then you got Billy, who I think has great character development from when we started to where we are now.
Definitely.
And already in these 3 episodes, Adam has shown more character development than Zach did almost his whole duration.
Yeah.
I do think though Zach would have benefited if he would have stayed, because I do think Zach would have been the leader.
Yeah. That's actually true.
Like legitimately, Zach probably would have taken over the leadership of the team. I would have guessed.
He had a lot of common sense.
Yeah.
Like every time he said something where it's like, that doesn't really make sense. I was like, at least somebody knows.
Somebody said it, please, and thank you.
And it's unfortunate because I loved Trini, but I felt she was such an underutilized character.
Yep.
She was always the support piece for somebody else.
Yeah.
It was very rare that...
she was like, oh, Billy, you need another smart scientist person? I happen to know this field of blah, blah. Oh, what do you need? Kimberly, you need someone to hang out with and talk to you about your privilege? Yeah, let's go hang out. You know, like, she was whatever you needed.
All right, so let's get into our first episode out of the... Oh, I didn't even ask you. What were some of the glaring things that stick out about these 3 groups of episodes to you?
Well, yeah, it was all about Adam, and I love that. It's still, just like you guys said earlier, and there's a reason why I still steady say I love the Black Ranger. You choose a person that's actually has a rich bit of character as a Black Ranger, and you guys always choose to, kind of open them up a little bit more. Zach had a cousin, his uncle was a famous jazz musician,
yeah.
And then now we have this one who's like, oh, you're getting a little bit of his life story, and it's like, oh, he was bullied, he was this, he was that. Like, it's like, I love how we got to learn more about him again. So it's just like, the Black Ranger is the one they choose to give us more story on. I like it.
But I'm like kind of curious, like, because it focused only on Adam, were the other actors not necessarily available at that specific time? Like, I kind of thought, like, okay, this is like a very Adam-centric episode. Is the next one going to focus on Aisha? Is the next one going to focus on Rocky? And it was just like, wait, again?
I'm just looking up all Adams.
So my guess about this, and this is just a guess, and I'll get into the production notes a little bit later on. My guess is that they're like, okay, let's just shoot we have Johnny today. Let's just shoot a bunch of scenes with Johnny,
we'll see what happens.
and then see what happens. And then like, all right, have everybody come back for ADR, and then like, they're like, all right, let's just get each one done.
This is gonna be all Adam episodes, guys. Let's get this done.
Another thing too could very well be that, because you got to think that the Rangers left. Obviously in the middle of production, they were scrambling to find replacements. They maybe didn't cast the widest net for the casting search, and once who they got back, they maybe weren't as confident in their acting ability. They were like, all right, Johnny might be the best out of the 3, and I don't know if this is true, speculation. Johnny might be the best out of 3. Let's focus on him and let the other 2 kind of catch up to speed. Is a possibility.
Yeah, or like they couldn't fly out or make arrangements to come to Los Angeles like super quick. So,
all right, so let's get into this episode. Goldar's vice versa. Let's why don't you tell us a little rundown of how this episode went down in your head?
Well, it started off with this whole I forgot what they call the vice versa dance, but we call it Sadie Hawkins.
Sadie Hawkins. Did you have a Sadie Hawkins dance?
Yeah, we had a Sadie Hawkins in high school.
Did you ever get asked to Sadie Hawkins?
Yeah.
In my freshman year, I didn't.
I got asked.
Oh, so you were at
No. It's just the freshman was. I went to a private school at the time, and it was all shy people, so it's just. It was weird.
Dude, I went to Daniel Murphy at one time.
It was an all-boys school, so you definitely got asked.
We had an all-boys school, and then we had a few sister schools. And I was asked by one of the girls from the sister school, so that was dope.
Yeah, of course you're going to get asked, because it's an all-girls
No, it doesn't mean, because, but
that means you're getting asked.
Girls have the choice. They can be like,
no, they don't have a choice.
Not that one, not that one. Like, and I
don't have a choice.
I like that, so.
But it's good, and I like that role reversal thing where it's like, yes, women, step up. You can ask men out. It's not weird. It doesn't just have to be a Sadie Hawkins dance either.
Very true. This can happen in real life.
We got another super chat.
Cool.
Toku Kid says, Adam has always been my #1 ranger. I was similar to him growing up, minus the whole being a good fighter, LOL.
Dude, he is great.
All right, so what else happens in this episode? What are some other...
So Scorpina comes back as like a high school student and is like, hey, I'll ask you out and be super mean to Aisha.
I loved it when she started talking when she threw her bag. Like, hold this.
But that whole subplot wasn't even necessary. Like, Adam was alone initially when like he was like, oh, I want this girl to ask me out. Let's go to volleyball practice. And he was alone. Like, couldn't Scorpina and Goldar just be like, you're alone now. Let us attack you now. So
here's this girl and attack.
So 10 minutes of like.
Josh with my water. How long does it take to get a water? Jesus
I never
Christ.
know.
Do you want some water? I don't know. I don't have herpes, or.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just thinking about it.
Josh, water. I never know what he's
doing.
What he's doing
Mouth.
there. I never know.
But yeah,
I love that movie so much.
That's basically it, though. It was about the dance, and Bulk and Skull, I like their plot. That was super fun.
Oh, yeah, they
Like,
were
that was
just running
cute.
away from women because they were
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
so
yeah.
busy trying to find the Rangers. That's
Well,
why.
yeah, but they're like, we want to find the Rangers, but also not have these girls ask us out. And I was like,
What was
wait,
wrong with the girls? I
is
don't
this like a
understand.
weird subplot insinuating that they might already be together?
That's
That's
what
why
I'm
they
saying,
don't
that's what
want
I'm
to date
saying.
women?
I was like, why
And-
are you not like, ew, yucky, poo, ew,
Yeah,
girls.
like you guys are in
Let's
high
run away
school.
together, you know?
Hormones
Let's
should
run
be
away together.
running. Like, shouldn't you be super excited that a girl wants to ask you
and
out?
they're the only other punk people
Right?
at the school.
Well,
why are you not
There
interested?
were the Power Punks. There were the Dark Rangers. They're
Well,
somewhere in
but
Angel
they-
Grove.
No. They left Angel Grove because they were so ashamed of the suits they had.
Yeah.
To wear. And they were like, we
They're
can't
somewhere in
wear
Angel Grove High walking
So
around.
no, they left. But I mean,
No, but they're
pretty
not
much,
punks
it was
anymore.
Bulk-
They were nice.
Yeah, they were
Jason won
nice.
them
It was
over.
ultimately
and-
Bulk and Skull, like Bulk in a dress and Skull with blonde hair.
Do you ever
That's
wonder
it.
whatever happened to those 5 kids who had to wear those really shitty suits in that episode?
I wonder about everyone that was mentioned in the show. Like, what
I
happened
told
to
you
that?
it's like that whole Saxon.
I almost want to go through.
They disappear.
I
They're
almost
never
want to
heard from
go
again.
through every episode and get all their classmates and put together an Angel Grove yearbook of all the random classmates
No,
they
you
had.
could put them in and say remembered.
Right?
Yeah,
Or
you
in
know, like,
memoriam
in
kind of thing?
memoriam.
And just
Maybe,
have them.
maybe they,
will
you know what? Maybe they died in the Angel Grove attack.
Yeah, like
Like
the
a monster
monsters
with a
actually
building
got
fall.
them.
Oh yeah! Oh my God! We could actually do that at the prom. Like, attention,
Well,
everyone! This is our moment to
that got
say
me.
Moment of
goodbye.
silence.
Yeah,
for-
you know. Then it's
We
like
read
we'll,
about
we'll do
50
a whole
names.
thing.
Yeah.
I will remember you. Just
Oh my God, Sarah McLachlan! Everyone just starts
like,
crying.
pictures of them, like, you know, all that the slow mo stuff. And
It'll
then
be like those
hey,
award shows where it's like everyone that has passed, but it's like everyone in Power
and
Rangers
then
that
right
have
after
never been
yeah.
mentioned again.
Then after that, we'll have you know, like JD walk out with his head shaved like Steve Harvey or something, and they'll just, hey everybody, okay, you know, and everybody's fine.
All right, let's go over some of the notes for this episode. Now, Scorpina was never mentioned or seen after this episode. Originally, this was not going to be the case, as Scorpina was going to appear in more episodes. However, the staff wasn't able to keep Sabrina Lou for more than just one episode, so she never appeared again. Despite that, Scorpina would be mentioned in the closing credits in a subsequent and previous episodes when Wendy Day played her. Scorpina's alias was masquerade as a human Sabrina. That was the actress Sabrina Lou, who we've interviewed here at that hashtag show, so you can check that out. Rami J. Sharif no longer played Alpha 5. Starting with the episode, Sandy Selner replaced her as the student actress, as Sharif would return in season 3 for I'm Dreaming of a White Ranger as an elf, which we talked about last week. However, Richard Stephen Horvitz continues to voice Alpha.
Can I just say, Sabrina, you're beautiful.
Thanks.
In every way, and amazing. Thank you for life.
What?
She's beautiful, man. I'm just saying.
And I was
Yeah,
kind of
look
sad
at
that
her.
it didn't get expanded anymore because I wanted her character to have more and be like
Yes.
try to win him over and have this be a
something, you know?
thing.
But the thing
Carefully.
is, remember, you have to
Can't open this.
You have to remember she's married to.
Here, open that.
Yeah, she's married to what's his name, Goldar.
Yeah, but it's like I wanted even more interaction between him and
Exactly.
Goldar. Would have been super fun. Where it's like gold team. I like
It's
that.
like a,
All right, so we got more. Hold on.
it's like a trick bottle.
You like that?
Strength in
Okay,
the bottle.
you got it. So,
yeah.
all right. So this was what was I talking about? Here, I got this. So this is also the final episode in which the Thunder Ultra Zord makes an appearance. So we just got Tor, and this is the last
That
episode
was
of
it.
Tor.
That was it.
Wait, what? This is seriously?
Yeah.
Because I was kind of wondering, like, they never had the Zord fights after this. It's like a weird canon thing that gets built up.
Oh, and the canon actually explains why we saw the 5 orbs that we saw earlier.
But I swear they
Because
didn't
put
have
them
all
in.
the orbs. Did they have black orb?
No.
It's
they
green
had a-
because
Right? And I was like, wait, what is going on?
because in the Japanese version, it's not a Black Ranger, it's a Green Ranger.
Okay. Yeah.
This is also the only episode where Goldar and Scorpina go against the Thunder Zord.
They didn't do too well
they
either.
did
I
not
wanted
do
it
too
to be an epic battle, and man, that was that
Billy
was
and Kimberly
lackluster.
get new morph shots in the episode in which
Yeah.
they're wearing tank tops in their
Yeah,
respective colors.
Billy's guns.
Yeah,
I was like,
right,
dang,
right.
yes.
He was like, yo, you coming to the gun show. He was ready.
Yeah, I like
Also,
that.
this is the first episode where the main henchmen survive the Ultra Zord attack. Henchmen.
Oh, yeah, because they ran away.
Zordon said that the combined strength of Goldar and Scorpina require the Thunder Ultra Zord. However, in return of an old friend, the Dragon Zord alone was able to battle Goldar and Scorpina without any trouble
Look
or
at
help
him, so happy.
from any of the other Dinozords, despite the Dinozords even being weaker than Thunderzords. In Crystal of Nightmares, the Dino Megazord was also able to defeat both by himself. So maybe the upgrade of new Zords was not the best idea. Zordon.
Damn it,
Just
Zordon.
talk about how cute they look together. Like, they definitely belong together.
That is so adorable. I like that so much.
Like, you can see Goldar really, really loves Scorpina. You
Yeah.
can see it in his non-expressive face. You can see it so
It's a
much.
definite smile.
It's smile
the
or
most-
a snare. Either one, it's beautiful. And it's there. So,
Alright, so this is also the final episode where Goldar or Scorpina take part in a Zord fight.
oh, okay. There we go.
This is also the new credit debut for with obviously Steve Cardenas, Karen Ashley, and Johnny Young Bosch, which is pretty obvious. This is also the actor in Steve Cardenas and Johnny Young Bosch are credited as Stephen Cardenas and John Bosch until the wedding.
Oh,
by the way.
wow.
Yeah, I noticed that. Where I was like, oh, they went kind of proper instead of like nicknamey.
Right.
Yeah.
Laura returns after her first appearance in Opposites Attract.
Yeah.
So this is Billy's girl.
Yeah, the camp.
So now at
girl?
least they did some form of like writing where we're like, oh, okay, so somebody does return.
It's real. It wasn't a dream, guys.
Yes, this is the last episode where I'm not going to butcher this name because it's Japanese. Maybe
That's
you
fine.
could read it.
Maybe. I'm also like.
Kazutashi
Yeah.
Yokoyama portrays Goldar in Jew Ranger footage. All of the shots of Goldar and Scorpina battling the Zords were archive footage from previous seasons, which is why the Ultrazord never appears together at the same time as them.
I can see why, why he really went for that blonde, like Israeli woman when he had the moment. I can see because those ponytails aren't doing much.
It was it was like the 90s, man. 90s was kind of an ugly time for fashion.
But it was. My gosh.
It also appears that Aisha doesn't have a date to the Sadie's Hawkins dance, and she never mentions asking anyone, and is not seen with a date at the actual dance.
Nope.
She doesn't care. She's like solo.
No, she's like,
I don't need no man to go to dance.
Stag. Look at me, girlfriend. I'm independent.
This is the first episode not to include original or archival footage of Jason, Zach, and Trini in the previous episode as they left for the peace conference in Switzerland. As we know, Austin St. John, Walter Jones, and Twee Trang, they all left the show, and they were long gone by now. Now, when Scorpina and Goldar finish fighting the Power Rangers, Scorpina says, "He who fights and runs away," and then Goldar adds, "lives to fight another day." It's a reference from a famous quote, obviously. But for "he who fights and runs away may live to fight another day," that line will also be repeated by Rita Revolto in The Ninja Quest.
Wow.
In addition to being the only episode to feature Scorpina since Lord Zed was replaced by Rita, it's the only episode since the arrival of Rocky, Adam, and Aisha. This was her second and last role of 2 episodes of season 2. Now, there are a couple errors in this episode as well that a lot of you hardcore Power Ranger fans may have noticed. Kimberly tells the time by looking at her communicator, which only has no display of time whatsoever.
No, it doesn't.
So they would not allow her to do that. Goldar's wings disappear when he's giant. You guys notice as well.
Yep.
And the Thunderbolt spear was missing from the Tigerzord cockpit before reappearing before he used it.
Huh. Okay.
So those are our fun facts for that episode. What is it? Reverse retro.
Goldar's vice versa.
Goldar's vice versa. There you go.
But also, I kind of thought like Zed, in the very beginning, he was like, "I'm gonna find the perfect date for Adam," and I thought it would be the cutest plot twist if he like actually introduces her to a nice girl and be like, "That's so cute."
I'm trying to start a millionaire setup service, so I need to try out on a Power Ranger.
Right? Because
that makes sense. Makes sense.
Adam's so nice, and to be like, this boy really does deserve a really nice date. He's been through a lot.
On next week's episode of Zed's Hookup, Zed hooks up and blah blah blah. Like this is weird. Oh, you two are great together. Whatever. Oh god, that'd be bad.
I want to know in the chat, what do you guys rank this episode? And we've talked. I mean, the main purpose of this though was Adam's kind of self-confidence.
Yeah.
Finding love in all the wrong places as well.
It's not even that. He just wanted to feel like accepted, maybe, where it's just like, oh, but he's new in school too, so
I think the next
it's hard.
Is really self-confidence.
Now, Daniel, chat me up about a situation that may have occurred when one of your friends didn't like somebody you were dating, as Aisha wasn't really fond of Sabrina.
Oh, well, that's happened before. I'm a guy, and when that does happen, you should listen. You should listen and probably think about running the opposite direction.
You hear that, Jezzer? There's somebody we know named the Succubus.
Just saying. Sometimes you may want to think about it. Ladies, that goes for you as well. If all your girls are like, girl, I don't trust him.
There's a
He's not
reason.
worth it.
Your friends know you the longest and will be there before and after any relationship. If they have any, like, obviously only you know what's going on, you know, behind closed doors in your relationship. But if multiple people are telling you, I don't know, I'm not sure.
Run the other way.
Talk to me about how this episode could tie into your real life, if at all.
That's a hard question. I don't know.
Now I'm hitting people with the real question.
Yeah.
This is what journalists do. This is what I've become. This is so. Is there ever a situation in which the lessons that were taught on this episode of Power Rangers may have applied to your own life?
Maybe not this one particularly. The other one about confidence, so it's like,
How about
confidence
you?
one hits.
Does this one hit home for you at all?
It did at one time. Yeah, at one time I had someone I was dating, and people were like, "Yeah, we don't like that person. We don't." Came to find out they were all right.
And it's hard to bring it, because I've been that person to kind of bring it up too, like, oh, I'm not sure, but you don't ever want to be the person to be the naysayer, and then they get married, and they, in the back of their head, like, they always know, like, you don't like this person. And you never want to be that, so to be able to speak up like that, it kind of means a lot.
It's a great point. I mean, you bring up now talking about it from the friend's perspective.
Yeah.
How would you tell one of your friends if you didn't like who they were dating? What would you say?
Well, it kind of starts off as like kind of fishing for information. Why do you like this person? Why do you hang out? What do you talk about? Like, what makes you super excited?
Yeah, what's the thing that makes you say, man, I can't wait to see this person again? Every time when you do see them, you're already thinking or planning about what you're going to do next because you just want to be with that person. What is it about that person that makes that happen?
Yeah, and then like through that kind of find out and maybe like casually bring up red flags of like, oh, I thought you didn't like doing that. You've always said you wouldn't like someone like that.
Very
no. I love hanging out the side of cars. I love hanging out the side of cars. No, it's
but because you don't want to be that person. So eventually when you find out like if they are actually in love and it's like, there's a point where you got to step back and be like, you got to learn your own mistakes.
Yeah,
you know?
Well, it's interesting. So called a mistake.
But if they ever come to me, like, I'm gonna be blunt and honest. But I'm not one to be like, yo, your relationship's on the fritz.
Are you guys hinting that their relationship was on the fritz? Rita and Rita and Ted? Is that what you're?
All right, so let's.
You're saying he beat her
in the chat? And that got dark. In the chat.
Ooh.
Let's talk about what you guys rank this. Funny K Comics says 4 out of 5. I'm sorry, 4.5 out of 5. Mikey Prevs gives it a 3. Mikey Prez gives it another 3, apparently. Matt gives it a 3. Robin Chan gives it a 4.5. Jared Hodges gives it a 4. And Edward Sanchez Productions gives it a 4.5.
Oh,
nice. What say you, Daniel?
4.
Man, I want to give it a 5. I like the development. I like the B story between Bulk and Skull. It was funny. Like Goldar and Scorpina looking good. Like the development in general, where I was like, it's a brand new character, and like I'm the type of person that when I watch a show and you know what's going on and they get replaced, it's hard to make the bond with the new characters. Like I used to watch like Charmed, and like when Prue left, I was like, no, you can't just have a fourth sister that we never met. Yeah, and I was like super resistant. So like with a show like this, I was like,
we don't have the bar up. We're supposed to have the bar up today, Daniel. We're supposed to start this today.
Huh?
This is Jezzer's fault. I'm going to tell you why it's Jezzer's fault.
All right, let's listen up.
I told Jezzer he should be here because we have a new person running our stream today. Everybody can welcome Daniel together. There's Jessica. What's Jessica doing here? We should just put her on the show.
Yeah.
She's not going to know a word what we're talking about.
Come in there.
That's what's going to make it so much fun.
We can
Hey,
scoot
Jessica,
over.
did you ever watch Power Rangers when you were growing up?
Let me get my shoes back on. I like take them off for the show.
Yeah? Well, you're about to be on a show right now.
Yep.
Wait, scoot over that way.
This way?
Oh, that way?
Where's the chair coming from?
Yeah, no, you're coming on.
Where's
Get a chair. She's like, what did you do? She's like, I just walked in here.
This is the fun part about everything, guys.
This is where the show's going to really pick up.
You got
Dan, look at your guns, dude.
Oh, wow. Business just picked up. I just want to see it. Just flex the arm like, this is what it's here for.
Okay, so
in the gym.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're talking about Power Rangers old school episodes. So it's the stuff that you would know. You just follow along.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Just follow along.
Okay.
And this is we're gonna talk about real life stuff now.
Okay.
Well, the next episode we have what's the next episode?
Mirror of Regret.
Mirror of Regret. Now, Mirror of Regret is about what, Daniel?
Pretty much it's mirror on the wall, but not in a good way.
That's a good summary.
Yeah, right. So what happens is, Adam is having a little bit of an issue of when it comes to self-confidence, and they figured that out. Of
People
course,
are
Lord
excited
Zed
you're
being
here, Jess.
Lord Zed being the psychological, warfare guy that he is, says, "Well, I see that he has a problem with self-confidence. Let's ruin him with that." So then he sends down our golden monkey with a golden mirror and shows it to him, and he sees all of his bad things that happen. So it's just like, oh, look at you, you didn't get picked to play kickball because everyone thought you stunk. Oh, look at you, you didn't get to do this, and no one was your friend because everyone thought you stunk. So what he's doing, he's
It's
telling
so
him,
dark.
Yeah, exactly.
It is.
And it's just tearing him down. And then there's one image that he expected to see, and it was wrong. And then that's when Adam sees the moment.
But this is also actually really relevant episode to nowadays because it focuses a lot on a young kid that gets bullied and has no self-confidence. Mm-hmm. And throughout his kind of overcoming all this adversity, he sees that he overcomes it and kind of flourishes in life. Now,
and he helps out the kid too.
Was I ever bullied?
Were you ever bullied?
Once, and it never happened again.
Did you beat him up?
What happened?
I know.
Now I need to know the story.
You're like, wait, were
you can't say
bullying
once
him?
and be like moving on.
It sounds like Joe was bullying him, and he's like,
when I was a little kid, there was a kid that used to just pick on me all the time, right? His name was Danny. I'll never forget this kid.
Aww.
He was way bigger than me too. And I remember I used to tell on him, and he would call me a tattletale or whatever, and I'd be like, man, I'm not gonna be a rat. Mm-hmm. But I told my dad once, and he was like, listen, are you telling anybody? Yeah. Are you telling anybody at school that this is happening? It was actually at daycare, and he was like, are you telling anybody this is happening? And I said yes. And he's like, all right, well, listen, if nobody's gonna listen to you, then you're gonna have to fight him. I remember he was like, you're just gonna have to fight.
Dude, I love that advice.
And then, because he's like, if it's not gonna get solved, you're gonna have to do something. And I was like, all right. And I remember the kid, I actually have a scar. I don't know if you guys see it, but I have a scar under one of my eyes because a kid threw a rock at me and it scarred me.
Holy crap.
And I remember, I think he did something to me, and I remember we were playing basketball, and I got the basketball. I didn't even say anything. I just picked it up and I threw it right in his face as hard as I could, and then I hit him in the stomach. And then I didn't even get in trouble really because it was like a thing, and the kid never tried to be like my friend after that, but never bullied me ever again.
So you just muscled the kid out literally.
Well, I kind of
hey, I got something for you.
I did it in a way though where it was kind of. It was at the time.
See, look at this. It's already bad.
At the time it happened, he wasn't bullying me. So I just had the ball. I just threw it in his face.
Oh, so it was pent up.
We didn't see it coming.
Stalking the kid that's bigger than him. Joe's ready for it.
We didn't get it. We got a super chat. I think this episode shows why Adam is such a relatable ranger and such a favorite ranger. Now, speaking of bullying, were there any times that you guys may have gotten bullied in a certain situation? How did you see yourself out of it?
I always deflect with humor. I always think, me and my brother both are that way. I always, admit they can beat the crap out of me. If you always just admit yeah, I know you can kill me, or if you kill it with humor. So when I used to be made fun of I guess this still holds true, but I was really flat chested for a long time, and I was really scrawny, and so people would be like, oh my god, you have no boobs, or you're anorexic, you're really skinny, because as a kid I was super scrawny, and so you just laugh about it. You're like, I know, right? Or look, I don't need to buy a bra, just funny stuff like that. You just deflect it with humor. So that was usually my biggest go-to. It was you just laugh with them, and then they're like, oh, this isn't fun because you're laughing.
Yeah, because you don't sell their stuff.
Yeah, they want you to react, and when you don't react, they're like, well, this is boring.
Yeah.
Have you ever been bullied?
Oh man, I was bullied a lot.
Really?
Were you really?
Wow. Dude,
that surprises me.
Crazy frizzy hair.
You?
Yeah.
What?
Well, yeah.
But you're Asian.
I don't know where it came from, but this is my hair kind of nicely blow dried out, but it's
Wait,
you got some nice beach waves happening.
Is your hair naturally curly?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know
really
that.
It looks like armpit hair.
Well, that's TMI.
Thick and delicious.
TMI.
Right? Just kind of
yeah.
Interesting. So you got bullied when you were younger.
I had big glasses. I had to wear a patch because I'm actually I have a lazy eye. Not crazy lazy
Wait, really?
eye. Yeah, but I can't see out of one eye.
No way.
I'm like blind. So
Get
I had
outta
to
here.
wear a patch. Like, I was the most
No way.
ridiculous looking child you have ever seen.
I'm learning so
Yeah.
much.
Gosh.
Wait, I
I
never
know I
knew
didn't know
anything.
that.
I would have never knew that.
This is so vulnerable. I love this.
Right?
But none of us bullied, right? I don't ever remember picking up.
I don't-
Joe,
No,
you
no.
yes.
Why would you go to me? Actually,
Hurt people, Joe.
When we were little kids, you were bullied to Tony Wiggins.
No, I wasn't. Oh my
You're such
God,
a
no, I
liar.
wasn't. That's a
You
lie.
choked him.
We fell down. Okay,
Stop
no,
bullying.
no,
That
he's
gets a little
doing-
psychotic
he's
when
doing
you're
some
like,
Charlemagne stuff. I didn't
Oh my
choke
God.
out Tony.
You
I
did-
didn't choke out Tony.
When we were little
We
kids.
fell down. Oh hell! I was yelling at him.
He bullied him when we were little kids.
Stupid Tony. I remember that. He was falling down a hill.
Did you ever get
And then
bullied?
you never-
I got
Oh, you
bullied.
did get
I got
bullied by.
bullied.
Well, there was a kid that was on our. He did get bullied
Oh.
actually. There was a kid that was on our block.
Kids are mean, man.
Yeah.
Nobody's safe.
I don't remember. I think in our neighborhood though, it was like it was a fun group of kids, but it was rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And,
bet.
Kill or be killed.
And I remember at
I
some
wasn't
point
gonna
during
die.
this summer, we all hung out with all these other kids from different
Oh yeah,
blocks.
different. Yeah.
And every single day, it'd be somebody in our group that would be the target of the bullying.
Mm-hmm.
It was never me.
because they saw what you did to the other kid.
No,
right.
I don't love that.
You know what? And you'll remember this. When I was a little kid, remember the situation with that kid Romeo?
Mm-hmm.
When I was a little kid, there was this kid that lived up the street from me.
Oh my God.
And he was known as like the neighborhood bully, and he would like try to shake people down because
Yeah.
his brother was a gangster or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I had this Thundercat sword, Lion-O's Thundercat sword, and he tried to take it from me. And he was like, "Give me your sword," and I was like, "No." He's like, "Give me your sword." And I was like, "Okay," and I fucking hit him as hard as I could. And then he just ran away like crying. And after that, he never bullied me. But like then he would bully other people that were on our block though. So
Yeah.
like our friend Fernando, he tried to bully him, and then Fernando ran on the top roof of his
roof.
house and got a water hose.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was
Oh
great.
my gosh.
So
But
wait.
it's fun to think about where the bullies are at now.
I
Like
don't
some of
know.
the bullies that I
clue.
remember, I'm like,
No clue.
oh, it makes sense. A lot of them are in jail. I know a few from school that are like
Okay.
in prison.
Really?
So if somebody's making fun of you, just remember in a few years they will be locked up.
Yeah, most likely.
Most
That's
likely.
the case. That's true, because I remember when I was younger, this kid named Don Lewis, and he used to pick on me in school. Now Don Lewis is in jail for like racketeering or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. Mafia stuff. But
Right.
He was a horrible, horrible kid, man. I remember one time on the playground because he kept trying to bug me, and he kept coming at me. He's bigger than me. Kept coming at me, and he has his, like his goombas or whatever right behind him. And they're like, hoo hoo hoo, while he's trying to pick on me. So I was like, all right, forget it. I'm not gonna lose. Take off my belt. And I just started, chasing him with the belt,
Wow.
but with the metal part, chasing him with the belt. After that, Don Lewis left me alone for a long time. And then I think a year later, while we got into a higher grade, he starts bugging me again. And I remember I stabbed him with a pencil, and that was it.
Ooh.
Never again. Never
I actually
again.
think I knew this story.
Whoa.
Think I
You
remember
drew
that.
blood.
Didn't you like break it off
Yep.
on him or something?
Yep. Dude, it's mafia stuff, man. Because Don Lewis grew up in a mafia house. I know my
do
stuff.
remember this,
and it was like,
actually.
if you do it, you do it
Wait,
to win.
Daniel, you have a little ounce of shame in that. You're a little bashful about this story. I'm not saying you should feel it. I'm just saying it's there.
Well, it's there. It's definitely there. But it was like, boom. And I just remember the break off, and then everything was done.
Yeah.
Never
That's
talk
really
to mess
intense.
with
I
me
wouldn't
again.
bully you either, even if I hurt
Yeah,
you.
no
I'd be like,
kidding.
no,
I'd be like, don't mess
cool.
with that kid. He'll stab you.
Right?
So let's go over some of the notes that happened in this episode. This is the
Also, Topo
debut
Kid had something, I think.
of a super chat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. My family was old-fashioned Mexican thank you, Topo Kid, for sharing. My family was old-fashioned Mexican when we were dealing with bullying. So if they hit you, you hit them back harder and let it end there.
That's true.
pretty
That's what
much-
my grandma taught me. She was like, don't come home unless other kids like worse than you are.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
true.
oh.
Yeah.
Now look at us.
Interesting. Yeah.
All right, so production notes for this episode. This is the debut of the Power Cannon. It was used to defeat the monsters in Die Ranger. Second episode in a row in which we see Lord Zed target Adam, which you kind of spoke about, Al. None of Rocky or Adam's students bother to question why Adam is wearing black like the rest of them, while Rocky is wearing red. There's a couple of errors in this episode as well. 5 of the Rangers have a difficult time in fighting the putties when morphed, but Adam is able to fight them easily unmorphed.
Yep.
It's also nighttime when Lord Zed creates Skellerina. However, all of the surroundings, All of the surrounding scenes take place during the day, and despite Tommy's comments, the Skellerina was tough. The monster was not shown once attacking the Rangers.
Nope.
So those are the fun facts.
That thing exploded like super quick. That cannon.
Laughing. It was a hyena. It was a laughing hyena.
So your job here, Jessica, is to talk about how relatable the subjects are to real life. That's going to be your job.
Okay, got it.
All right. So the next episode, how many? What do you guys rank this in the chat? What do you guys rank this?
Actually, I liked this episode a lot, especially at the moment when he was like, "I finally have you, and now watch your pupil. He is going to fail, and you are going to feel like you have." What? How did that get here?
Right, and Zed's like spying on him the entire time. Like, don't put that footage in. Don't put that. Yeah, that kid has confidence.
He was rolling footage of everything Adam did that failed, and then finally see that kid up top in the middle, like he's there with that little kid, and he's teaching this kid like how to do karate or whatever, and the kid does well, and then later he's doing it in front of like Bulk and Skull, and he does it very well, and so you're watching it in there, and it was supposed to be the kid's gonna fail. That's what Goldar expected. Then he goes, "What? How did that get there?"
But also it's weird. It was supposed to be Adam's history of him failing. So like, let's get this random kid that you don't really have any association with except for today. And I was just like, wait, what?
Took you out of it.
Damn it, Goldar. And Zed for thinking that this is a great plan.
So what do you? Already in the chat, Toku gives it a 5. Mr. Ray gives it a 4.5. Larry gives it a 4. Funny K Comics gives it a 4. Layla gives it a 4. What do you give it?
I give it a high 5.
5.
Is this out of 5?
Out of 5.
Okay, perfect. I was like,
yeah, maybe a 4.5. I like this one just slightly less than the first one.
Okay.
What about you guys? What do you guys
I give it a 5. I give it a 5. I like this topic. I think it's very relatable, especially as a kid, even now as an adult, truly, but as a kid too. These are very like, normal issues that you deal with.
You would go with, which is crazy because like bullying was definitely a thing back in our day, but I think now it's so much more.
Yeah,
with the internet.
With the internet,
it's horrible.
Yeah, the internet.
I could keep bullying you from home. Like
literally, it's like we're all like the cronies. Like back in our day, you had to bully face to face, and now it's like now it's like no, you could just be horrible and sit behind a screen and do it.
And our parents say you couldn't write a bullying letter and expect.
Yeah,
they're like, wait, this is for my bully. I'm gonna rip this up.
Plus, and our was also the generation of like high school when like nudes started getting sent out and when like girls would like be destroyed if one picture got leaked. So it's like that was a whole new era.
Wait, I wasn't in high school around. I mean,
I had one incident. I did not have an incident, but there was an incident like that at my school where it was like, and she was baller, man. She stayed. I would have switched schools. She just hung around. She stayed. She was like,
that's me.
She was a boss, right?
But the end of this episode shows like that kid being friends with
bully.
His bully.
It's a
would
good
you
message.
ever be friends with your bully though? Like realistically, would you ever be friends?
Realistically,
oh my god, whatever.
Realistically, no. But I think if you understand why the bully is bullying you, like I feel like deep down. Hurt people.
Yeah.
So I feel like deep down you could have an understanding, but no, I mean that rarely gets resolved.
And
so
that's a big person to be like, I forgive you for bullying. I wish I could be that big of a person, but I'm not. And like, I don't want to ever talk to you.
Right, I'm
petty.
good.
I'm petty, and I'm looking forward to all your failures. So
Right.
I'm one of those. I can't wait to hear how your demise will come about.
Yeah,
right.
You know, I'm gonna go to the reunion and feel like, tell me about him.
I will be printing out your mugshot in 10 years and sending it around in a thread with my friends.
Let me sure you sign your autographs on the yearbook.
The next episode is, I like this episode a lot. It's called One is really a Ranger, Not a Ranger. Now, the big takeaway from this episode is that throughout the whole plot line of the first season, all the way up to the second season, Bulk and Skull were on the quest to find out who the Power Rangers are. In this episode, they find out.
Yeah, that was super amazing.
They accomplished their goal.
And they helped the Rangers out. They're the ones that really...
So they actually go from bullies to being like heroes in this episode, which is... kind of an interesting takeaway, Varun. Do you remember Bulk and Skull at all?
Looking at the two right there, right? Yeah. Looking at them, it's vague. I mean, we're talking. I was 4. What years was this? What year was this?
94. 4.
So yeah, I was 4 or 5 when I watched this. So it's vague, but it is.
That's crazy.
I know.
That's so crazy when you think about that. We're talking about a show that happened 24 years ago.
Adam Pro Pride.
All right, so let's talk about this. In this episode, chat me up about it.
Okay, we had the prisms, which were a big thing, but that happens a little bit later. First, what we learned is that Adam happens to be he happens to be a science genius when it comes to.
So the kid's shy. He overcomes adversity, and he's a science genius. We
He's a
get this in
science
3
I don't
episodes.
even know if he's a science genius. He's giving a report, so he researched.
He
Like, I don't think that makes him a genius
you know,
about life. But he
they
did
did
his
say
homework.
they did say at one moment, "Hey,
did
you're
research.
you're the expert on light array," and I was like, "Really? He just did a report? How is he
And
an
then he
expert
did it
on
with
it?"
a kaleidoscope. Like kids, like 3 years old, know how like kaleidoscopes are
Yes.
cool.
And he did it with a kaleidoscope, and they were like, "Well, now you are the light array genius," so or whatever. And I don't disagree with them because hey, I didn't study that part or whatever for today. So I mean, I would get that.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite Power Ranger? Color-wise.
Color, I think at the time it was.
Let me guess what you're gonna say.
Okay.
I think she's gonna say red.
No, it was actually. I liked the yellow. I
that's
hated
my second
pink,
choice.
so I always liked the yellow. I also liked the. Wasn't there the White Ranger?
Yeah, this is the White Ranger in here.
Yep.
Look at me.
Yeah, those are my two.
Well, your prom day Blackwing hates the White Ranger, so that's a big disagreement.
Oh boy, that's gonna
Anyway,
salt in that one.
let's talk about this. Like, so you like this episode? What were some of the highlights for you, El?
It wasn't even a highlight, but it's just like I feel like it gave a window into Kimberly's personality, where like
you wanted to talk about Kimberly.
even though she lost her memories from this like scatterbrain monster, was still like, Billy, I think you're a nerd. I don't know who you are, and I don't know who I am, but I'm pretty sure you're one of those intellectual people. And I was like,
yeah.
I do not like Kimberly.
But she realized how much of a garbage person she was.
She did with the shopping.
When Aisha said, well, we go shopping every day. And she was like, who goes shopping every day? Why? We do that? And she was like, yeah, you said there's never a reason for shopping. And then she turns over to Billy and she goes, horrible.
And that was a moment of self-awareness. I don't know if I'll ever see that again.
Horrible. I was like, oh my god.
Do you think that this could have been their actual commentary on their characters? They were like, all right, these are kind of dumb, cheesy characters. Like, all right, I'm just a valley girl that just likes shopping. What?
Yeah.
That's all I do.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I think so.
But still
Billy's like,
judgmental.
I'm Billy the Brain.
She was still judgmental about the smart person. Like, super insight into herself, though. I was like, I applaud that for just a moment.
We said
I'm okay with Kimberly.
We said Kimberly is the mean girl.
You were introspective for 40 seconds. I appreciate it.
And then you're going to get your memories back and turn back into the bimbo that you are.
I
You
do
know.
like
bimbo.
Tommy, you're pretty cute.
I do like when they go to the the command center. That it's almost exactly how it was when they got there in the first episode. They say the same lines
true,
of
it's
which
true, actually.
they did in the except
It's true.
Tommy was just added in there. He's like, forget where we are.
Yeah,
Who's that?
who's that?
It's a giant floating head guy.
But I like how he's still not shocked of, like, giant floating head. That's
Well,
normal.
see,
That's
yeah,
not
true,
horrifying.
That's true. Well, I don't know. Say something to that. And he was like, oh, hey, what's
I also
that?
think it's interesting that they put the 3 new cast members at the forefront of this episode.
Yeah, that was a good
kind of
choice.
having to lead the team. We also got into the super chat. Never liked Kim, but liked how they reflect on her. That's
Yeah.
Toku Kid, thank you so much. We also have an interesting, like we also talked about Billy and not Billy, Bulk and Skull kind of being the heroes of this, which was a nice change. But
Prism.
How crazy and unsatisfying. They actually find out what the Power Rangers are, but
you get
it's
your memory
taken
wiped.
away.
Wait, so I got a little confused. How did they get their memories
back at the end? I don't
know.
know.
I don't understand. So they were
that.
hit, and they were like,
didn't.
okay, they don't remember, but they're back in school. They obviously have friends, and they're
Yeah,
talking
they're
about
like,
these
oh, hey,
stories and
I'm
everything
Bulk
that
and
went on.
here's
I was
Skull.
like, how did they get their
And I
memories
think it had
back?
to-
And why not just about the Power Rangers is the only
And
thing
the only
erased?
thing that you remember, you forget.
They did
It's just
not.
and I think it's because when it died, they got the memories back, but only up to a particular point.
But see, that's weird.
Plot hole.
Yes.
Jump over the plot hole.
I wanted
Yeah.
them to like remember
Don't hit
and
the
be
plot holes.
and be like Aisha, Rocky, and Adam, and be like, yes, we are in the command center. We know all your secrets
see,
now.
yeah,
We're
right,
gonna be
like, right?
the best secret keepers ever.
Oh man, it would have been great. Like they're like, hey, we understand, and we're gonna keep your secret. Nope.
So,
No way,
a few
Alicia
notes for
Keys.
this episode. Bulk and Skull's reaction to temporarily discovering the Power Rangers' secret identity is identical to their similar reaction when the Space Rangers revealed their identities to all the Rangers in Power Rangers in Space Countdown to Destruction, as both episodes have the same writer and director,
Oh, the last episode,
as
right?
well as a 4-year gap in between them.
That's the last episode of the space one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Despite having known Adam and Rocky for some time before the events of the ninja encounter, Aisha describes Kimberly as her best friend.
Yeah, that was weird. How are you besties already? Where did she's only at a conference at Trini?
Yeah,
Said,
right.
Like,
Trini's
you
like,
went to a conference,
oh, don't
we're not
worry,
friends.
Trini's dead to me. You're everything now.
This episode contains a couple of references to Day of the Dumpster, when the memories are wiped. First returned to the command center. Billy notices Alpha and says, "Whoa, a fully sentient, multifunctional automaton," repeating his words from their first encounter. The scene includes a very similar view of Billy from Alpha's optic processor. Later, Kimberly uses the same remark, "Can somebody please come back to Earth and pick me up?"
Oh, yeah.
As she said in the first episode, in a situation which she explained. And in the earlier drafts of the script, the showdown between Bulk and Skull protecting the Rangers from Scatterbrain was originally going to take place at Angel Grove Park instead of the desert. However, the Rangers would have originally stayed unmorphed after regaining their memories. The Zord battle with Scatterbrain is the first that the Thunder Megazord stabs an enemy with the Thunder Saber.
Wow.
Now, a few errors in this episode as well. This episode description of the kaleidoscope breaking up lights in a million pieces is actually inaccurate, such as the description would more accuracy that fits a prism. Adam is also the only Ranger to have his memory wiped when unmorphed, but when the Scatterbrain spell was broken by Bulk and Skull, Adam was morphed with the rest of the Rangers when they got their memories back. After the Rangers regained their memories thanks to Bulk and Skull, Tommy is shown summoning Tiger Zord, but it never arrives.
No!
That was weird too, where I was like, wait, was I not paying attention?
Yeah, like that, and then all of them do their thing, and I was like, hey, where's Tommy? I just realized, like, did he just walk away? Like, yeah, but
I'll see you guys later.
This is because in Die Ranger, the Kiba Ranger was not originally involved in the battle.
I remember we learned
But
that
then, like, why have that dialogue even in the show?
Well, yeah, but we also learned that he was like a creepo kid.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
So up here is that bar. It's above Jessica. Actually matches her shirt, by the way.
Oh, wow.
That bar is for the Super Chat feature. The Super Chat feature will give you... It's not for the Super Chat feature. It's actually for VIP access to the Morphicon prom.
Ooh.
Yes!
And it's only going to be one winner, so whoever wins that boss bar status is going to take that down. Now, this is going to be a set thing. It's not just going to be one on this one episode.
Oh, no.
This is going to go until when? Somebody say a time frame.
Until that bar is...
It's going to go down quick.
Okay. So we're going to do a few of them?
We'll do a few of them. It'll be a predetermined amount of time, which we will state at a later time. But what is Morphicon prom, everybody asks?
Wait, so if everyone that wins, when they do this thing, they're entered to be in the raffle, right?
No.
Oh, they're going to win?
There's going to be one winner when that bar is down for its final count.
Oh, okay.
One winner. Only one winner.
Okay. So what does this entail to be a VIP? What do you get?
Yeah.
You will get access to the VIP area in which a lot of us will be, where also the Power Rangers are going to be.
Cool.
They're also going to be out there on the floor with you guys, but this is going to be more of an intimate setting away from masses. And getting to know people one-on-one. It'd be a lot of fun. And if you know me, there's going to be drinking games involved.
Wait, do you have to dress up? Like, is it like a prom? Or
there are people dressing up, Jess.
Are you dressing up in formal wear? Are you dressing up as a
you
Power
dressing up
Ranger?
You know, like Tony?
Formal wear?
Formal
Okay.
wear.
Do I need to wear a prom dress?
If you want to.
Can I not? I'm not a dress girl. I'm not a dress
Get
girl.
out of here.
I'm not. I'll wear it for you guys, but I'm not. I am not. Do you like dresses?
I actually have dresses. I do too. But I do like dressing up because I never get to wear them. I spent so much money on it. I was like, I only wore this once. Damn it, what a waste of money.
Yeah, I will at a wedding or something. But if I don't have to, I like. You know what? I'm a power suit girl. I love a good power suit.
God. I can't imagine
like
power suit,
Hillary
actually.
Clinton power suit?
A little bit. A little.
Oh, wow.
A little bit.
I like that. I'm
More
doing
like a romper. My
romper.
version of it. Yeah, I don't really have.
So we were talking last night, and we were just joking. John Nye, who's also on the show, he's on the Achievement Unlocked team. I can't fuck. I was just about to ruin something.
Okay.
Do it.
Anyway, we were talking about something, and then we said if anybody gets married, we should live stream it for hashtag.
Hey,
so the kids could.
We already did. We already had a
somebody's
wedding.
engagement.
We did.
We did.
We didn't live stream it though.
Well, but oh my god, we put it
Why
together
didn't you do
the
Myra's
package.
wedding?
Yeah, we should.
Well, because I don't think the live thing was a thing then.
Oh, well, I'm getting married in the desert, so I'll have no Wi-Fi. I'm sorry.
Well, I'll be sure to get my phone's
hotspot.
Hotspot.
We'll make sure we on a rock and Joshua Tree. Like, can you guys move over?
Yeah. That would be hilarious. But all right, so Ed, a lot of people asking what is Angel Grove Prom. By the way, what do you guys rank this episode? Just real quick, and then we get to this Angel Grove Prom thing.
I don't like this one.
You don't like it?
There's a lot of plot holes I'm jumping over. Clearly, I'm gonna give it a 2.
2.
Not that anybody asked.
I'm gonna give this actually 3.
I'll give it a 3.
I can give it a 5. Okay, here's the deal. Angel Grove Prom is the thing that we've been talking about for a while now. More things are coming to light, I would say. Johnny Young Bosch will be performing there. There's going to be DJs. There's going to be music. There's going to be photo booths. There's going to be photo opportunities. There's going to be a lot of things going on there.
Yeah.
Prom King food.
Yes.
Drinks for us, open bar.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't even drink. Why am I excited?
You used to be a bartender, which is the strangest thing, because that's
Yeah.
how I met you.
Yeah.
But
I used to drink a lot, and that's why I can't drink anymore.
you're allergic to it, which is so
Yeah.
strange
That's
to me.
that's how much you drink. You know, it's like nobody's like, oh, I can't do it anymore.
But a lot of you guys have been sending in your prom proposals and your bids for prom king and prom queen.
Yes.
So that's been really cool. You can send, and I encourage every single one of you to send in either your bid for the royal court or bid for, or you know, asking a prom date. Now we do have prom proposals. Hit it.
Yes.
Have you seen these?
No.
Oh, these are great.
You're gonna love it.
Can you turn on the volume to these with that and put the mics on mute?
I don't know if you can. You may just have to turn the volume up.
Oh yeah, I love
Jessica, will you be my date to the Angel Grove prom?
Hi, Jonathan. Even though you should have chose Joe's side, don't worry, we'll get you on the right side. I will definitely go with you to the Power Rangers prom. That would be awesome. Thank you for asking me, and I will see you in a few months. Bye.
Carlos Martinez, and this is my prom proposal video, and I would like to officially ask Kat Bloodgood to the Power Morphicon Angel Grove prom.
And no, I did not in any way know Carlos was going to ask me. Nor did I think he was going to ask me, so I was definitely shocked when I found out. And I did react the best way I could by saying no, and a lot of you guys would be like, oh, I can't believe you said no to him. Guys, let's be real. I was not going to plan on going with him as is, so I'm okay with saying no. However, in turn, there is somebody I would like to ask, and that somebody would be, Ernie, would you like to go to Angel Grove prom with me?
What's up, guys? Journey here. So, oh my god. Holy shit. Someone actually asked me out to the Angel Grove prom. What? Why? And it's none other than the amazingly kind and wonderful Kat. Thank you so much. Like, that would be so much fun to be able to go out with an awesome girl like Kat. But I'm stuck in a predicament. So, Carlos is my boy, my main road dog, and I just can't take his date away from him. There's some kind of code out there about that. I was talking about all three of us going together. That way, I can be the first hashtagger to have 2 dates. That's 2 more than Daniel. I mean, hey, there's plenty of journey to go around. So I am flipping this around. Kat, Carlos, will you both be my date for the Angel Grove prom? Now listen, it's either the 3 of us or it's none of us. And no is not an acceptable answer.
Elle out to the hashtag show prom. It's not called that, it's called the Angel Grove prom. I'm here to ask Elle out to the Angel Grove prom thing.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I'm super flattered that 2 people asked me to prom. And Derek, I'm so sorry, but MJ Spuds asked me first, so I'm going to have to go with him. And I'm super excited to be able to go with you.
Oh, hey. I didn't realize I was holding my phone making a video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is JD. I'm a producer for that hashtag show, and I help produce most of the Power Ranger content on here. I'm a huge Ranger fan, and I've been to all the Power Morphicons. So it's crazy that this year we're throwing the official Angel Grove prom at this Power Morphicon. So, obviously, I need a date. So I am asking Miss Kelly Bohart if you would be my... I don't know anyone I'd have more fun with, and I await your response. So let's party like it's 1993, guys.
Oh, hey. Hey, JD. I accept your offer to go to the Angel Grove prom. See you there.
Hey, hashtag group. I want to make my video for the Angel Grove prom. I would like to invite my Dahlia to be my Angel Grove prom date. So, my name is Mikey Perez. I've been a fan of this group for a long time. This is my second Power Morphicon, so I would like to invite my Dahlia my Dahlia to be my date for the Power Morphicon date. So.
Hey guys, this is my new promposal video. This is going to be a promposal to Migdalia. So sorry to Robin Chan and to Mike Perez if that kinda messes up your plans. But hope to see you guys there at Angel Grove Prom.
Good morning, everyone. It's come to my attention that I owe a couple people a few answers about Power Morphicon, about Power Morphicon. So that's to Derek, to Mikey, and I guess now Jezzer. Basically, guys, my status of going to Power Morphicon is up in the air right now. A few weeks ago, I received a saved a date for my cousin's wedding back in New Jersey, and it is taking place on August 18th. Ugh. So I might actually be going to the wedding instead of to Power Morphicon, so I'm actually not going to be committing myself to any date right now. If I do decide, and that's going to actually be last minute, to go to Power Morphicon, it's just going to be easier for me to coordinate with that with Jezzer. So Jezzer, I will accept just because you're like right there, and it's going to take no effort at all. Oh, I hope he doesn't take any offense to that. Anyway, guys, I'm really, really flattered, and I hope that you will find other dates to Power Morphicon, and I actually hope I can go, and I'll be able to see you there.
I was wanting to invite Megan Batoon. Would you be cool to come with me, go with me to Power Morphicon at Angel Grove Prom?
The Angel Grove Prom is coming up, and I can't wait to come. So I need a date. So I'm going to ask Sarah, would you be my date for the Angel Grove Prom?
In response to your proposal, I accept. I don't know how I'm going to get to Prom Morphicon, but I trust you.
Oh, hey. So, I'm sure you're already aware, but Power Morphicon is going to be hosting the Angel Grove High School Prom. And that's crazy, but it's a little ways away. And I'm sure it's going to be fun. I can promise it's going to be fun. Because I can't think of anyone else I'd rather spend it with than with you. Which leads me to my next question. Diana Chen, would you do me the honor of going to the Angel Grove High School Prom with me? It would be a misdeed for the most beautiful girl of Angel Grove High to go with anyone other than myself. I patiently await your response.
Thank you so much for the sweet prom video. Yes, I would like to go to prom with you. It's Morphin time!
Alright, today I'm here to ask someone for a proposal for Power Morphicon this year, 2018. Now, a little bit of background on who I want to ask. Now, I have been a big fan of Power Rangers since 93. I mean, everybody has. Why not? So, I am definitely going to go with the first person that always comes to mind when it comes to a Power Ranger crush or someone that I would definitely want to ask. So, for my proposal, I would love to ask Amy Jo to Power Morphicon this year, and hopes that she can go. Alright, so hear from you soon, Amy Jo. If not, don't worry about it. And
hey, hashtag show, this is Mikey. I decided to do another prom video. This is my last shot, so I decided to go hard on this one. I decided to invite Maverick to be my Angel Grove prom date for Power Morphicon 18, so I'll wait for your reply.
Hey Mikey, it's Maverick with that hashtag show. I am so flattered. Everyone showed me your video and I think it is the sweetest, probably the only prom proposal I've ever been sent. So good for you. And I heard it was in August. So if I'm free, I know I will do my best to be alongside you. And if anything, just for a picture, because what girl doesn't love to get dressed up and have a gentleman escort them? So I look forward to it and I'll keep you posted.
I'm Daniel. You may remember me from such videos as running around with my pants off.
Okay.
Ready?
It's recording.
Ready?
Woo! Woo!
Also, well, I guess Riverdale. fabricated a whole story.
Cheryl's got a disease, Daniel.
God.
Tell us what's the disease.
It's called liabilities. But this video is interesting because what I'm doing is asking you, Tony Sanchez,
You so fucking precious when you smile.
to Angel Grove Prom. Please do me the honor.
Okay, hi everybody. This is Tony with my best friend, partner in crime, Renee. Hi, Renee. And as we all know, a girl cannot just go ahead and accept a date unless her best friend signs off on it. So, Renee, thoughts, comments, concerns about Daniel Jerome?
I thought it was adorable. I thought he clearly respects you. I'm a little upset he didn't ask my permission first.
Very true, very true. That's a big demotion. Yeah, big demerit right there. But ultimately, what do you think about me going to Angel Grove Prom with him?
I'm on board if you're on board. You're a grown-ass woman.
Am I though? I will go ahead and tell you, Daniel Jerome, I will go to prom with you. I have some conditions and some questions though. Number one, I'm told that this is a 90s prom. I will be dressed to theme then. I hope you will be too. Not required, but I really, really hope you will. Two,
which means required, by the way.
Yeah. Is this a corsage situation kind of thing? Just a question, not necessarily a request or a condition, just a question. So do with that what you will. I'm asking the question. What else? God, it's a 90s prom and stuff. Oh, also colors, yes. So you and I both know that I look great in black. Half of my closet is black. I also look really good in red. Blue is my favorite color, although green got to represent my Slytherin. All I'm saying is that yellow is the only color I will not wear. It makes me look like I have jaundice. Can't be done. But yeah, Daniel, I'm really excited. We're going to prom.
Hey guys, I'm with nobody right now. Alright, who are you?
I'm nobody. And if I'm nobody, that makes you less than nobody, right? I can play that game. Ryan.
Yeah, this is Jimmy. James, he's a graphic artist. And also, Jimmy, I can ask you something.
Sure, what's up?
Prom, please.
No.
Screw you then!
Don't worry, I'll go to prom with you, buddy. Yay! Prom buddies forever!
I'm out.
No. Too late. What do you say, yes or no?
So, guys, we have something special coming up. We are throwing the official Power Ranger party at Power Morphicon 2018 in August in Anaheim Convention Center. And we're doing this thing called the Power Ranger. It's called the Angel Grove Prom. Are you familiar with Angel Grove?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the theme of prom?
I love prom.
Did you go to your prom?
I went to every prom. I went before I was even able to go to prom, and I went the year after I graduated.
Wait.
For real.
You went the year after?
I got someone to ask me so I can go. I love prom so much. I've asked all the guys to prom. I've actually never been asked.
Really?
I've asked every single guy because I like being aggressive.
All right. Well, we're going to flip the tables here. So
What do you mean?
I'm hosting this along with the rest of our crew. And I was wondering if you would go to prom with me.
Oh man. I mean, this is kind of awkward.
This is awkward.
Because Jake kind of already asked me, but are you even going to be in town that weekend? Oh, you're not. I mean, sorry, Jake. That's all you get again.
Oh, so I have a prom date.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
There we go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you at Angel Grove Prom 2018 at the Anaheim Convention Center. See you at Morphicon. We're back live. Those were our prom posters. Were you?
Weird vibe.
I almost think, honest to God, that if the mics were on as we watched those promposals,
oh wow,
it would be a whole nother show. There was this one time.
No, wait, you can't say that because then they're like, wait, what do you mean?
No, I don't mean like that. So there was this one time, me and Rob forgot, like Jezra didn't cut our mics, and Daryl's video played, and we were just voicing.
Oh my
God!
It was hilarious.
Shout out to Jonathan. I can't wait. I'm excited for prom.
Jonathan Jennings. All right, so that's gonna be Angel Grove Prom. Also, we also got another super chat from Toku Kid. Cookie face for prom king. DDT cosplay for prom king. No, the real prom king is here. Toku Kid for prom king. Hashtag gonna win.
All right. Toku Kid also said that you have to wear a tux.
Well, we all gotta wear. Are you gonna wear a tux?
Not a tux, but a suit. Really nice suit.
You should wear a tux.
I would love to wear.
You should wear a tux.
Yeah.
I do need
I
to
want
wear
like
a
a
tux.
good
Oh my God, you can go red one like a real
Yeah.
tux.
Oh, it could be
Wow.
hot. It doesn't have to be like it could be like. Ooh, okay. I'll have to think about that.
Jezra's talking about going downtown Fabric District and just having a suit made.
I don't understand. He wants to wear like
Why?
he wants to wear the Dumb and Dumber orange suit.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Oh no, it's the orange suit from
Who's wearing the
Kingsman?
Oh,
Dumb
I
and
see.
Dumber. He said Dumb and
I was like,
Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber. Who's wearing the powder blue? You can't just go alone.
I honestly
No one's
think
gonna know the reference.
somebody should wear the powdered blue suit with him.
Not me.
Like be like
Maybe
the Kingsman.
Johnny.
I think one of you two.
Or you
if I
should
did
wear the
that,
orange
Tony
and-
would kill me. That's nope.
Okay.
Tony would kill you.
Well, yeah, she said no yellow already.
Well, she didn't say powdered blue.
Powder blue.
I don't know if yellow and powdered blue are.
Look, I don't want to wear it, guys. I don't want to wear it. All right? It's like, you can't make me.
He's like, no means no.
But we're all
No means
looking
no.
forward to the Angel Grove Prom. But we're gonna wrap this episode up. Jessica, thanks for jumping in. And she was like, "What are you doing?" And she got
I
here.
love it.
Felt a little pressure, but no, it was fun. Thanks for having me.
Elle, as always. By the way, where can everybody find you guys on social media? Starting with whoever.
Below. Yeah, I'm mostly active on Instagram. That's usually my social media of choice. So it's Jess at Jess Heidenreich.
You know, we're starting a geek dating advice show.
Oh, I would
saying.
love to be on that.
I know you would. It's called the Quest for Player 2.
Oh, that's so cute. When is that happening?
We'll figure it all the dates.
Yeah, we started putting some stuff together already. So
Great advice. I've made lots of mistakes.
Well, because
I'd
you're
love to
also on
share.
another YouTube channel that kind of talks about.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
You want
Yes.
to talk about that?
Yeah, so that is called The Dream Catchers. That's more of not so much anything pop culture related. That's going to be more, it's with me and my co-host Charlie Travers, and we talk about just everything from insecurities to daily struggles. We have on really cool guests, like-minded people. We kind of touch base on a little bit of everything. Our season 2 is going to be coming out probably at the end of this summer, and we have some really cool guests. I don't want to give away too much. I don't know if I should give away too much. But yes, if you're like honest conversation, real topics about what's going on in your personal life, we share a lot. Like I said, it's a very raw and real honest conversation show. I guess that's chat show would be the best way to describe it.
Oh,
so
super cool.
Yeah.
How about you? Where can people find you on social media? Not about your love life.
No, right here. I'm Elle Tea on Instagram. That's like my only social media thing.
Find me at that hashtag Joe.
You can find me at Battlestar Galactica. Right down Instagram.
Your name is so long, it had to like
I know.
move over right
Yeah,
now.
it is. Yeah, it is.
Thank you so much. Oh, we got another super chat. I wish I could go, but I don't have enough money. Why?
How much is it?
I'm sorry.
Economy. Well, it depends on where they are in the world.
That's true.
Okay.
Because you never know.
Travel. and all
But-
that,
You'll
yeah.
be doing live streams from there? Maybe?
Yeah, do a live stream
We're
so you
gonna try
can
it.
still
So-
be
so
there. in
everyone
spirit,
else
no?
can-
Exclusive. You got to be there to see it.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
sorry.
kidding.
Oh.
We'll live stream. We'll
they
do some
were
fun
all-
things. But that's going to do it for us, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next week. Yeah, we'll be back next week. You won't be here next week,
I
though.
won't be here
But please hit that like, share, and subscribe button to stay up to date with everything trending.
In
Geek pop culture.
You actually got it, Elle. I did a little shot.